All right, good morning. This is the Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year. Uh, we're on Job 29 through 31 today. I'm really involved in a different Bible study that's revolves around the man of perdition, and it's super interesting. I'll put links to other people that are putting videos out on it on our channel. We don't have much time, folks. I mean, I know we're doing the Bible and the Bible in a year and all this. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close. So we got Job 29. He continues in his parable. Okay, I think I read 29 yesterday, maybe, and overread yesterday's reading. Okay, moreover, Job continues his parable, and he said, "Oh, that I were in the months past and in the days when God preserved me, and when his candle shine upon my head, and by his light I walk through darkness." By his light I walk through darkness. His commands are a lamp unto my feet. Okay, the Bible's written in parables. It's written in idioms. This idiomatic language that's used throughout the Bible really shows up. This one, Job 29, it's Deuteronomy 32, and praise Yah. Okay, that's the reason why I read this in KJV. KJV maintains these idioms. Okay, these other versions do not maintain the idioms, so then you miss connections. All right, here we go. Here we go. And when his candle shine upon my head, and when by his light I walk through the darkness, as in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle, when the Almighty was yet with me, and when my children were about me, when I washed in my steps, but water, and the rock poured out me rivers of oil, rivers of his spirit. Okay, the rock at Horeb. Man, oh man. And the waters rushed out. And when I went out to the gate, through the city, when I prepared my seat in the street, he went out to the gate. Who goes to the gate? The elders. What do they do there? They're a judge unto the people. They keep people on the straight and narrow path. The young men saw me and hid themselves. Now we're getting to the heart of the matter. When the young people saw him, they hid themselves because they didn't want Job's eyes upon him. The young men saw me, hid themselves. The age arose and stood up. The princes refrained from talking and laid their hand upon their mouth. Because what happens when Job shows up? He shines a light on it. Man. The nobles held their peace, and their tongue cleaved to the roof of their mouths. When their ears heard me, they saw it, they blessed me, and they saw my eye and gave witness to me. Because I delivered the poor and cried, and the fatherless, and him that had none help him. What's the fatherless? People without God. Okay? And that's who he was helping. So then you see why his friends were so hard on him. Hey, Jeremiah, how you doing, man? Hello, good morning. Yeah, so his friends, I'm going to say that his friends had a little envy in their hearts. We know they had the spirit of error. We know that. Eliphaz was visited by the Spirit, chapter 4. All right? And then error. Blessing of him that was ready to perish came upon me, and I caused the widow's heart to sing for joy. I put on righteousness and it clothed me. So that is going to be an idiom throughout the Bible. Okay, the righteousness, the garments. If you show up with that dirty garment in the wedding, you're weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's throughout the Bible that we're going to hear this. Okay. My judgment was as a robe and as a diadem. Oh, you're going to be a diadem. Here's another. What diadem is a gem? Okay, you're gonna get that. Exodus 19. A royal diadem. And I was eyes to the blind. I was feet to the lame. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have eyes, to let them see. I was a father to the poor, and the cause which I knew not, I searched it out. And the cause which I knew not, I searched it out. What is his friends doing? They're accusing him of stuff. Okay, they're accusing him of stuff, but they don't know. They haven't searched it out. And I break the jaws of the wicked, and I pluck the spoil out of its teeth. Whoa. Whoa. So we're getting some insight into what Job was like. Hey, Colson, how you doing, man? Oh, or maybe Woodman, I don't know. When I shall die in my rest, I shall humbly multiply my days as the sand. My foot was spread out by the waters. My foot was spread out by the waters. Okay, here's another idiom. This waters throughout the Bible. The waters come where? Out of the rock of Horeb, the living water. John 4. Okay, John 4. I'm going to get the water I give you. You'll never thirst again. Okay. Okay, my root was spread out by the waters, okay, and the dew lay all night upon my branch. Oh, well, hello. Scratch it behind the ears for me, buddy. All right, so now the dew. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth. Hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, and the small rain upon the tender herb, and the showers upon the grass. The grass, what's the grass? People. People is the grass. Because I will publish the name of Jehovah, ascribe ye greatness unto our God. He is the rock. He is the rock. His work is perfect, and all his ways are judgment. A God of truth without iniquity, just and right is he. There you go. Right on, Jeremiah. Thank you. Thank you. So what we do, we got to learn this stuff, and then we got to share it too. So Jeremiah, you want to get on our videos, learn this stuff, and then you start sharing it too, buddy. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, my root was spread out, my glory was fresh in me, and my bow was renewed in my hand. Unto me men gave ear, and waited, and kept silence at my counsel. After my words they spake not again, and my speech dropped upon them. Man, oh man. And they waited for me, for the rain, and they opened their mouth. They waited for that rain. What's that rain? Boom, boom. My doctrine shall drop as rain. They open their mouth wide as for the latter rain. What's the latter rain? We are going to get an increase in knowledge. This is what Daniel tells us in Daniel 12. We get an increase in knowledge in the end of days. You know what? That's what my other study has been showing us. We're close, people. We're close. I hope we can get through this whole year of this BLB Bible. I hope. I wouldn't bet on it. Whew, it's wild, man. We're getting close. The signs are there. The signs are there, folks. And I laughed on them. And I'll make videos on that too. And I will post videos from other people who are making videos that know the truth. All right, so believe not. In the light of my counsel, in the light of my countenance, they cast not down. I chose out their way and sat chief and dwelt among as a king in the army of one, as of one that comforteth his mourners. Okay, now we're at chapter 30, verse 1. But now that they are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Okay, so now what? The Bible tells you in the end, we're talking New Testament stuff here, that they're going to hate you. They're going to hate the good. All right? Nothing's different from back and then. Okay? Nothing's different. Nothing changes. Yea, thereof I might strengthen their hands that profit me, in whom did old was perished. For what? And for want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in a former time desolate and waste. Who cut up the mallows by the bushes, and the juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as a thief. Oh, man, to dwell in the cliffs and the valleys and the caves of the earth and in the rocks. Amongst the bushes they betrayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were the children of fools. Yea, man, the children of fools. Oh, children of base men that were viler than the earth. And now am I their song. Yea, I am their byword. They abhor me. They flee from me. They spare not to spit in my face. Because they have loosened my cord and afflicted me, they have also let loose the bridle before me. Upon my right hand rise the youth. They push away my feet, and they rise up against me in the ways of their destruction. In the ways of their destruction. No way. They mar my path. They forward my calamity. They have no helper. They came upon me as a they have no helper. They have no spirit. I would bet you if I pulled that up, that helper would be spirit. I'll check that. Somebody check that. Pull up chapter 30, verse 13. Chapter 30, verse 13. Check out helper in Strong's right there. There's a little tidbit. All right, that pops out interesting. Okay, I'm going to mark that one so that we can, here we go. Job 30, verse 13. Helper. Let's look at the concordance on that. Helper. What's it say? It's popping out to me. Might be nothing, might be some helper to school support. Help to be helped. To give counsel. Okay. So it's not that big of a deal. They came upon me as a wide breaking in the waters and desolation. They rolled themselves upon me. Terrors are turned upon me. They pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth away as a cloud. And my soul is poured out upon me, and the days of affliction have taken a hold upon me. So the people are rejoicing in his affliction. Crazy. Yeah. And look, we end up, I'm a sub, okay. Can I show you something? Yeah. And the terrors turned upon me. They pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth by a cloud. And now my soul poured out upon me, and the days of affliction have taken a hold upon me. My bones are pierced to me in the night and season. So man, he tells how his position was. And then now, since his afflictions have come upon him, how these people are treating him. These are just the people of the town. Oh. Or the city that he's involved. He's from Ur. Whatever. I don't really know what Ur looked like back then. But I think it was a happening place. And my bones are pierced to me, and no night and rest. By great force my disease is my garment changed. It bindeth me about as a collar of my coat. He cast me into the mire, and I become like dust and ashes. I cry unto thee, thou dost not hear me. I stand up, and thou guardest me not. Thou art become cruel to me, and with thy strong hand thou oppose myself against me. Thou liftest me up to the wind, and thou causest me to ride upon it and dissolve my substance. For I know that I will bring me to death, and to the house appointed for all living. Howbeit, he will not stretch out his hand to the grave, though then they cry in destruction. Did not I weep, for I was in trouble? Was not my soul grieved for the poor? When I looked for the good, then evil came unto me. And when I waited for the light, there came darkness. Oh, man. There came darkness. My bowels boiled and rested not, and the days of affliction prevented me. Man, oh man. Oh, I went mourning without sun and stood up and I cried in the congregation. Oh, you like my sweatshirt? All right, cool, Jeremiah. Yeah. Yeah, this is like the pajama Bible talk here. We get up and first thing is read the Bible, hopefully. I am a brother to dragons and a companion to owls. What are the dragons and owls, man? They're unclean. He's been brought that low. My skin is black upon me and my bones are burned with heat. My harp is also turned to mourning and my organ into the voice of them that weep. I have made a covenant with mine eyes. Why should I think upon a maid? For what portion of God is there above? And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is it not destruction to the wicked and a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity? Doth not he see my ways and my count all my steps? He does. If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot hath haste to deceit, let me be weighed in the balance, that God may know mine integrity. If my step turned out of the way, my heart walked after my eyes, and if I blot not and cleave to my hands, that's if you do not turn away from that stuff. You got to capture those thoughts, folks. Then let my wife grind into another, and let others bow upon her. For this is a heinous crime, yea, it is iniquity to be punished by the judges. For it is a fire that consumeth destruction, and would root out all mine increase. But if I did despise the cause of my manservant or my maidservant, when they contended with me, what then shall I do? When God riseth up, and when he visiteth, what shall I answer him? Did not he that made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us in the womb? If I have withheld from the poor from their desire, or I have caused the eyes of the widow to fail, or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless had not eaten thereof. Man, what is he talking? He's talking about feeding people, right? What do you feed people? Yeah, you can feed people food. He's really talking about feeding people the word, okay? The bread of life. That's what he is talking about, sharing with people. I've not always shared it. I fail in sharing it now. Man. I fail in sharing it now. That's what he's talking about when he's talking about that. And the fatherless not eating thereof. Okay? The fatherless, those are without God. Okay? And he didn't share the word. He's not talking about food. From my youth he was brought up with me. As a father, I have guided her from my mother's womb. If I had seen any perish for want of clothing. What did we just say? We just went over the garments. What's that? The righteousness. Garments is righteousness. Or any poor without covering. If his loins had not blessed me, and if they were not warmed with the fleece of my sheep. Warmed with the fleece of my sheep. If I have lifted up my hand against the fatherless when I saw my help in the gate. Man, oh man. Let mine arm fall from my shoulder blade, and let my arm be broken to the bone. What's that? That's Mark 9. If you think about something, you've already sinned. If he amplifies that, he magnifies that. It'd be better to have your arm cut off. Be better to have your arm cut off than to go and sin. Okay? How is the church turning that into it's okay to sin? It's insane. It's insane. What does he say right after that in Mark 9? He says you're going where the worm don't die and the fire isn't quenched. He says it over and over. For the destruction from God was a terror to me, and the reason of his highness I could not endure. If I have made gold my hope, oh man, as said to find gold, thou art my confidence. How many people are watching right now? What's happening to the precious metal market? Oh, gold is their confidence. Man, all that gold's going to be in the street. If I rejoiced because my wealth was great and because my hand had gotten much, if I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness, the sun worshipers, if I beheld the sun, where they changed the Lord's day to the venerable day of the sun. That's a quote, folks, from Constantine. And my heart hath been secretly enticed, and my mouth that hath kissed my hand. This also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the God that is above. Man, oh man. If I rejoiced at the destruction of him that hated me, or lifted up myself when evil found him. Yeah. Neither have I suffered my mouth to sin by wishing a curse to his soul. No. And what does it say? It says this is where it's going. We're back at the beginning of the Old Testament, and we're talking about love thy neighbor right here. If the men of my tabernacle said not, oh, how we should of his flesh, we cannot be satisfied. The stranger did not lodge in the street, but I opened my doors to the traveler. If I covered my transgression as Adam by hiding mine iniquity in my bosom. Did I fear a great multitude, or did the contempt of the families tarry me, that I kept silence when not out of the door? Oh, that one would hear me. Oh, that one would hear me. Oh, just that one would hear me. I make these videos so maybe one would hear. Behold, my desire is that the Almighty would answer me, that mine adversary had written a book. Surely I would take it upon my shoulder and bind it as a crown to me. I would declare unto him the number of my steps, as a prince would not, I would go unto him. If my land cry against me, or that the furrows likewise there complain, if I have eaten fruits thereof without money, or have caused the owners thereof to lose their life, let thistles grow instead of wheat, and let cockle instead of barley. And the words of Job are ended. The briars and the thorns, what's that, folks? That's covetousness and covetous people. The seeds that are scattered and fall among the briars and thorns are choked out by the cares of this world. All right, folks. That is Job 29 through 31. This is day 11. Blue Letter Bible app. Join me for day 12, which will be coming right up